About you, but one of the big royal stories of last year that I felt the British monarchy got wrong was this. That's right, this particular individual. We won't give it any more publicity, but as we now know the story, it was pretty grim, wasn't it? And in particular, grim for Lady Susan Hussey, a lady who had had an impeccable, time as a member of the British monarchy, as a great assistant to our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. And then, of course, as we now all know, she was then openly invited to the palace. And how can you imagine? Big mistake this was. Openly invited to the palace so that Lady Susan Hussey could set the record straight. I'm not using the word apology. There was no need of, this woman obviously had some kind of vendetta, some kind of, idea about what she was hoping to achieve from that particular day out, as that she went with a friend, not even a formal invite, allegedly. So it's interesting to note, isn't it, that now, could she be now once again returning to the royal palace? And as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you on a wet and windy, rainy London town once again. I don't know about you, I've just mastered this online thing where you can look at the weather. And when you look at it, have you done this yourself? And it says drizzle in the next hour. You open the door, it's bucketing it down, and you go, well, it's not the next hour now. You said in the next. Do you see what I mean? Do they absolutely know anything, or just somebody stick their head out and go, looks like rain? Could be wrong, and I'm not doing an unjust service to all those beautifully well-trained ladies and gentlemen of the Met, weather service. But you do sort of think, well, this is pretty easy to predict, isn't it? It's rain. Anyway, back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. What I find fascinating, as I say, with this particular story is it just seemingly has legs. And as we now have been told, Lady Susan Hussey has been invited to the coronation. Now, let me tell you, this is just a loose invitation right now. No formal invitations have gone out. None of those will start until the beginning of February. Whatever people are writing in the mainstream media, that is what's happening. That is fact. But it's nice to know that, somebody suggested that she could be obviously on the invite list, and rightly so, in my opinion. But this lady, is she going too? Aha, that's the story now that's been planted around by, as one can imagine, the lefty type of brigade people who are claiming that in order to show fair and balanced about certain, shall we say, backgrounds, she should be given a platform. And in fact, according to a very close source, allegedly next to that particular individual, she apparently is saying, yeah, up for the idea, definitely would like to go if offered. Now, the people close to her marketing team, are trying to spin this story into the mainstream media. I'm here to tell you that as far as I'm 100% aware, I contacted the palace. They have no plans to invite this particular individual to the coronation on May the 6th of this year. But isn't it amazing that somebody who's done so much damage for the British monarchy then truly believes in their high-handed, high-horse manner that they're going to get an invite? I mean, how stupid can you be? So when you read this story, remember this report. As far as the palace are concerned, and at this point in time, and I do truly believe that they would not dare go against the wishes of the British public who support them so well, there is simply no invite. It's all a marketing ploy. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.